Falling in love with your best friends Sarah and James had been best friends for as long as they could remember. They met in high school, bonding over shared interests, from late-night video games to debates about the best pizza place in town. They were inseparable, supporting each other through breakups, family dramas, and all the ups and downs of growing up. Everyone around them would always tease, "When are you two going to start dating?" But Sarah and James would just laugh it off, because to them, the idea of romance seemed completely out of the question. Years passed, and their friendship only grew stronger. They were each other's safe space. There was never any awkwardness, never any question of whether they could rely on one another. They attended college in different states, but their connection never wavered. They texted daily, sent each other care packages, and even made time for weekend visits when life allowed. Still, the idea of anything beyond friendship wasn't something they had ever seriously considered. They were too close, too familiar. It felt risky, like crossing that line would ruin everything they had. That all changed one night at their high school reunion. It had been 10 years since they graduated, and Sarah and James were excited to reconnect with old friends. The night was filled with nostalgia, laughter, and drinks flowing freely. As the night wore on, Sarah started noticing something different about James. Maybe it was the dim lighting or the way his smile made her stomach flutter. She wasn't sure. She just knew something felt different. After a while, the two of them slipped out of the crowded venue, walking the familiar path back to Sarah's house just like they had in high school. As they walked, they reminisced about all the memories they'd shared, how James had helped Sarah through her parents' divorce, how Sarah was there for James when he didn't get into his dream college. They laughed about their inside jokes and the embarrassing moments they'd seen each other through. But Sarah couldn't shake that strange feeling in her chest. Was it just the alcohol, or had she been missing something all these years? When they reached Sarah's porch, there was a long pause. It wasn't the comfortable silence they were used to. It felt charged, like something was about to happen. James stood there shuffling his feet nervously, looking at Sarah like he had something to say, but couldn't quite find the words. Then, without warning, James leaned in and kissed her. Sarah's heart skipped a beat. It wasn't like the other kisses she had shared in her life. It felt natural, like it was supposed to happen. For a moment, they both pulled back, staring at each other in shock. "Did we just?" Sarah stammered, unsure of what to say. James looked nervous, but he didn't back away. "Yeah, I think we did," he said, a half smile creeping onto his face. And in that moment, everything shifted. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of confusion, excitement, and fear. They didn't know how to navigate this new territory. Were they throwing away years of friendship for something that might not work? Would this kiss ruin the bond they had built over a decade? But the more time they spent together, the more they realized that what they had wasn't just friendship, it was something much deeper. They had always been there for each other, always trusted each other with their vulnerabilities, always felt comfortable in each other's presence. The kiss wasn't the beginning of something new. It was the revelation of what had been there all along. Their relationship blossomed naturally from there. Every day felt like rediscovering a new part of themselves through the eyes of someone who already knew them better than anyone else. And as time passed, Sarah and James would often look back and laugh at how long it took them to realize they were meant for each other. Today, they're still together, telling their love story with a smile and reminding others that sometimes the love of your life isn't someone you have to go out and find. Sometimes they've been beside you all along, waiting for the perfect moment to see them in a new light.